Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Fantasy Football Expo podcast series. Another new friend coming this year to the event. His name is Ryan Linkletter, and he's with Blitz Sports Media. What is that? What's it all about? We're going to find out. All right, like I said before, we have another newbie, and we love newbies. Last year we had 60% new people. I think we're going to hit that again this year. And there's nothing I love more than these folks coming out, reaching out to me. They hear about it, they want to know, and we're here to help them, promote their brand, their, in his case, this site. And so, Ryan, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the expo this year. Honored to have you. Tell everybody, quick name, where you're calling from, and then we'll kind of get rolling from there.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Really excited to be at the Fantasy Football Expo this year. My name's Ryan Linkletter. I'm a former Division One college baseball player that me and Bob talked about a little bit before this. Recently launched Blitz Sports Media within the last year. We're a company that's based on providing real insights to our fans and having direct access to help you guys win your fantasy football leagues, help you guys gain some ball knowledge on the NFL side, and also providing you guys some premium betting advice throughout. I've really enjoyed the first year of doing this. We've been at the Super Bowl, we've been at the draft and the combine. It's been a really cool experience, kind of growing within the first year, and awesome, and really excited to keep growing within this space.
Beautiful one. It's sounds like you're off the races already. Just going to all those events is pretty amazing in itself.
Yeah.
All right, so I have to ask this question. I should have done it beforehand. Unless people out there over the age of 50, you're not going to understand this question, but maybe Ryan has received it before and does or does not know who I'm talking about. Are you related to Art Linkletter? Do you know who I'm talking about?
I know who you're talking about. I've gotten this multiple times in my life. I am actually not related to Art Linkletter.
Okay,
It
so for
is
those who are out there going, who in the hell is Art Linkletter? He was a game show host for years. Hey, this is Art Linkletter, Hollywood Squares. I don't remember all the ones he was on, but yeah, that was kind of his thing. So, when you have a unique name like that ties to a celebrity, even though he's from like the 70s, 60s, and 70s, just you have to ask, right? Because you never know, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So,
I understand.
yeah, it's all good. All right. So Ryan, as you talked about, you're helping a lot of folks out, but let's take a step way back. For you, it won't be too far back because you're way too young to go back 20 years. You would have been probably 1 or 5 or
Yep.
something. But anyway, when you started playing fantasy football, who got you into it? What year? How old were you? That kind of stuff. Talk about your first experience with the game that we all love, which is fantasy football.
Yeah, so I couldn't even tell you the exact year this was,
Okay.
but I remember when I was younger, my dad obviously was in fantasy football leagues, and no, he had two quarterbacks in the name of Tony Romo and Drew Brees that I vividly remember
Mhm.
being a big, in fact, impactful quarterbacks on his team. Later, once I grew up a little bit, got a little bit older, understood the game a little bit better, I started getting going in seventh grade, and with the league, obviously, we all start with the home league with all of our best buddies, and we kind of grow from there. And
Right.
I've been doing that for a long time. I've been the commissioner of that league, and we all know being the commissioner deals with a bunch of responsibilities, deals with the most crazy requests, and people never agreeing with each
For
other.
sure.
And despite all that, I've been really solid at finding a way to every year try to get as many people in together, have a live draft event with everybody there, do some crazy stuff while we're there, whether that's just like a crazy theme, whether that's an interesting way of doing our draft process. And football has always been a really big part of my life. I played football in high school. Obviously, I took the baseball route in college, but I really enjoyed football. Really enjoyed kind of the deeper meanings of football, whether that's looking at the tape, understanding why people in the right position or not. And I kind of utilize that to do a lot of my fantasy football research and stuff like that. So when I wanted to go ahead and create Blitz, I was like, you know what, well, let's have a big fantasy football emphasis of it because I'm really passionate about this. I think there are ways that, despite it being luck based in some areas, but there's a lot of skill involved with it as well. I feel like having a personable guy like myself involved with it, I think it'd be something that I really enjoyed doing, and that kind of led me down this path to where now I'm in all these leagues with all these different people outside of my home league itself, but I will say this: despite any other league I join or am in, the home league is still the most important league for me,
Mhm.
as it is for a lot of people still.
Yeah, no, I've been playing the same home league. Well, home is in friends, mostly friends.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people actually in my family, but yeah, for this will be year number 41. So
Oof.
long time. But yeah, and I've been the commissioner since day one. So I'm right there with you,
Yeah.
brother. Um, well, so obviously that was a great start. And as you mentioned, you've grown and grown and lots more leagues, lots more leagues. But tell me, how did that transition from fantasy football obsession turned into what is now your baby in Blitz Sports Media?
Yeah, and like I mentioned, like football has been such a big passion of mine. I am a diehard Chiefs fan. I have suffered through the Matt Castle, Romeo Crennel days of my life, and luckily for me, we just happened to draft a generational quarterback in Patrick Mahomes,
Yep.
and I've been able to, just sit back and really enjoy football over the last few seasons, which has been nice, and really kind of having, a team that I really love and having a passion for this sport. I really wanted to go all in on something that I believed in,
Mhm.
and that was something that creating my own person. And I started to build that up, and then I'm like, you know what? Let's make this thing a little bit bigger. A lot of the bigger companies in the space right now are starting to get away from their roots of actual analysis, insights, and helping out a direct community. And I'm like, why can't me, like a up and coming 23-year-old, start something up where it's a community based platform, and we're actually providing real insights. Like I just started my journey with PFF. I've been working there for
Mm.
over
Oh,
a year now, and I've been able to grow my knowledge within the space, and I've learned more processes in PFF now that I've been there for over a year, and
yeah.
it's increased my football knowledge. And that's one of the biggest things is I want to educate people. Obviously, I'm going to make a take that no one's going to agree with, and that's just the way things go. But
Yeah.
I want to be able to provide people with, insights, whether that's helping them win their leagues, whether that is just being in direct communication with them and helping them win their drafts. And that's kind of the big thing that we're trying to push towards with Blitz Sports Media this year. We actually have those premium stats on the site. We have, live draft help from our experts as well as an option. We have fantasy tools like our website from this point last year where it was just articles based, videos based.
Mhm.
We have actual tools now on the site where people can have access to that, and we also have the community aspect as well where you have direct communication. So it's been a big journey from where we've been day one, but I really think having that personable like approach of it is going to
Right.
make us a little different compared to some of the other bigger fish in the sea right now.
Yeah, no, no question. I mean, like you said, articles are articles, videos are videos, but that connection, I mean,
Yeah,
I answer everything somebody sends me, whether it's emails, tweets, whatever, hey, Bob, I got a question, and I'm usually try to get on as quickly as possible. And that's what people appreciate, I mean,
yeah,
and so, yeah, that kind of personalized service is certainly a big factor. And hats off to you for doing that.
appreciate it.
So yeah, so sounds great. So where is the site? Is it blitzsportsmedia.com? What is the site to go to?
Yeah, blitzsportsmedia.com is our main site.
Mhm.
If you are looking at, taking a look at some of those premium memberships that we offer, those will be at blitzsportsmedia.shop, and that'll also have week to week merch dropping, whether that's like some crazy event happen in the NFL, we'll throw on a t-shirt for you guys and
Right.
have a big launch for that as well. So we have blitzsportsmedia.com as our main site, and then obviously
Okay.
we're everywhere on socials.
Is the social at Blitz Media? Blitz Sports.
The socials are actually a little bit different.
Okay.
Everybody knows, when creating socials, some random person in the world just has like the social that makes no sense.
Well, and you
So
can only make it so long too, because
yeah,
like I tried to do at the Fantasy Football Expo. Well, that's too long. So
yeah,
I had to do the FF Expo to get on Twitter and
yeah.
Instagram and all those. So yeah.
Yeah, so you could find us at Blitz Sports Media on some platforms. Twitter, I know, is BlitzSM underscore.
Okay.
YouTube's Blitz Sports Media. It's just it varies place to place, but it'll either be Blitz Sports Media or Blitz SM. My personal is Blitz Link.
Okay.
You guys can find me on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok as well.
Cool. Very cool. All right. So now, Ryan, you're coming to your first Fantasy Football Expo. How did you find out about it? Did you find it just by accident? Did somebody contact you? Like, how did the expo come? How did you become knowledgeable about the expo? and then made the email call. I remember, I think you emailed me to me to get this ball rolling.
Yeah, Tyler from the Fantasy Football Advice Network recommended me. Said this would be a great fit for where I'm trying to go, and obviously, kind of navigating the space with him my first year has been very throw some stuff at the wall, see what sticks, stuff like that. So I'm taking advice from people
Yeah,
that have been through this a little bit and trying to see what I can do. And I think this is a great opportunity for me to kind of introduce myself to whether that's other people in the space or whether that's just new people, fans of fantasy football, interact with some people, and really kind of just get people to know more about Blitz Sports Media. Right, we've only been here under a year, and not a lot of people know what we're about yet.
sure.
This is a great opportunity for me to kind of talk about us, what we're trying to work towards, and make some connections that'll help us long term.
Got it. No, that's great. Great start. Tyler's been a good friend of ours and title sponsor for a couple years now at the expo. So yeah, he's definitely a great person to follow, a great person to take advice from. Definitely has done a great job with his fantasy sports advice network that he has. So yeah, great job there. All right, so you're coming August 8th through the 9th. You're ready, you're psyched. What's the booth going to bring for people who are going to be walking around? Why are they stopping at Blitz Sports Media's booth? What do you got for them? What are you going to be doing to engage them, give them prizes, throw money at them? What are you going to do?
We're going to have a few different things lined up for people. Obviously, one of the big ones that we're going to be doing is we are going to be giving away some of our memberships. Obviously, with this, our first year launching these memberships, I want to try to get more people access to it. Tell us, is this product good? How can
Mm-hmm.
we improve and keep continuing to make that better? It's a really good value for people. They're going to get the same type of knowledge and insights that they're going to get on the bigger sites, and it's going to be a little bit more personalized. So that's going to be a great value for them. We're also going to be answering every single fantasy question that approaches us during there, and we're also going to have a few people hop in on some mock drafts while we are there in
Okay.
the booth, which is going to be interesting to see. And then we might have a few items of Blitz merch hanging out that might find its way to somebody that wanders to our booth. So we got some different ways that we're going to get involved with you guys, introduce ourselves, and get to show you guys that we're here for you guys, and we're here to help you guys grow your fantasy football knowledge or NFL knowledge when we
Got
are
it.
there.
I'm a size XL, just to let you know. Uh, no, that's great, Ryan. So thank you so much for being a part of the show. We really appreciate you being here. Is there anything you want to ask me or any other last thoughts you want to share with the group about Blitz Sports Media? Or like I said, do you have any questions about the expo itself that's coming up that I always say, you never know, it may be the question somebody else is thinking of and you can ask it for them. So I'll let you go from there.
All right, I got a question for you, Bob.
All right.
Best thing to do in Canton besides the Hall of Fame?
Oh, that is a good question. So, um, you're over 21. Okay, that's a good thing. So,
Yes.
so one of the places that everybody loves, and I do too. I don't get down there often enough, but literally like 3 blocks from the DoubleTree Hotel, which is our host hotel downtown, is a place called George's Lounge. And
Okay.
when you want a definition of dive bar, right? The kind you go in and you're like, ooh, you're not sure, but then you get their food and you see the prices of the food and the drink, you're like, I'm in heaven because it's great greasy hamburgers. You're just like, oh, this is so good. And the drinks are like dirt cheap, like compared,
Yeah.
and Canton's not an expensive town. We're no Vegas or whatever. But even for Canton, it's like such a great deal. And everybody loves to go there. Usually Friday night after the party, which is downtown, a couple blocks away as well. The guys and girls will all come back, and then just everybody just makes a mind to George's. So George's Lounge is a place to go. If you're looking for other things to see and do, it's Canton, man. It's Canton. There's a reason why we have it. The best thing about the expo is that we first off try to keep you as busy as possible, and the
Yeah.
reason why is there isn't much else to do in town.
Yeah.
Outside of the Hall of Fame, as you mentioned. So, there's a lot of just things to, shopping and, various things like that. But just for things to do, we just like, everybody just like kind of likes run around downtown Saturday night, Friday nights, after our actual parties and kind of do after party. I think at 2 o'clock morning, Eric Froton from NBC had a wiffle ball and bat, and they were playing wiffle ball in the middle of the streets in downtown Canton at 2 a.m. So as a
Hey, fantasy
former
football and
baseball
drinking.
player,
Yeah.
you should definitely. I will introduce you to Eric Froton. He will be very happy to meet you because he thinks he's the best pitcher since Nolan Ryan when it comes to wiffle ball. So
Hey,
you'll have
maybe we
to
should get
teach him a
a
thing or two.
fantasy
So
football wiffle ball game going this year.
yeah. So I think a wiffle ball game with you and him as the two starting pitchers could be a fun episode. Or what do I call it? Just kind of a happening kind of thing some evening. So everybody,
Yeah.
Eric Froton, we're talking to you, brother. This guy's challenging you. He wants to come after your pitcher duel. So we'll get that all set up. So. So it's a good time. Like I said, there's so much to do. Hall of Fame will keep you busy for hours on Saturday. Definitely make sure you get a ticket to go through that. It is a fantastic place. I've never been there. It's definitely a bucket list thing you got to do. When you come into town. Other than that, just gonna have a lot of fun. The all day expo on Sunday is great. Like I said, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. 3 stages, 50 trade show booths, and SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio will be broadcasting live from the lobby. So never know. Walk by, ask them if you can go on air. I don't know. They might let you. Here, help them out. So before we go, I'm going to ask you one. We're going to ask you a fantasy football question because you said you love to give advice. So, who is your favorite guy that not everybody's thinking about? I mean, obviously there's the first rounders, there's the studs, and all that kind of stuff. There's a guy that you're kind of in on for whatever reason. You can give that reason, but you kind of in on more than maybe others might be thinking about.
Yeah. See, crazy part about it, I was a big Rasheed Rice truther until
Ooh,
today.
ouch. Yeah.
Obviously, like that situation is what it is. Gonna adjust values. But the biggest player I think I'm highest on that not a lot of people are is Jacoby Myers. And Jacoby Myers is a name that, at his current age, he's going, I think it's close to 90 at this point right now, or he's valued right around. I mean, that's just kind of absurd based on the year he had last year. He was right outside the wide receiver one range, and he had a career year. He had the highest yards of his career, and they had no good offense, and he wasn't able to get in the end zone. Right now, you enter Geno Smith, Pete Carroll, a different type of scheme on this offense. Right, I don't remember the last time Geno Smith targeted a tight end over 16% of the time. Obviously, we know that Bowers is going to be, Brock Bowers, but he's not going to be what a lot of people expect because Geno Smith has just never been a tight ends guy. Jacoby Myers is that wide receiver one for this team. He's going to get volume, and he's going to be a value. And I've been picking him up wherever I can, trying to go a little bit RBs between those middle rounds, making sure I get two of those good guys, get two wide receivers, maybe get a premium at tight end. And then I'm able to just kind of snag Jacoby Myers, it feels like, in a safe flex option where he does have high wide receiver 2 upside like every week. And that's just been one of my favorite values in the draft right now.
So there are going to be two things I'm going to bring up. Number one, you were obviously my son that was separated from me at birth because I am a huge Jacoby Myers fan.
Huge.
And I write about the consistency model. And I don't know if you've ever seen the book, The Consistency Guide, but in that, my favorite player that I highlight almost every year is Jacoby Myers. He's always in the top 30. He's always top 24, maybe top 30 in consistency. And like you said, he's just completely forgot about every year at draft day. And he's done it 3 years in a row. It wasn't just, last year was his best year, but he's always there. And,
he always gets better every year too.
Yeah, he had Devontae Adams he had to challenge with for those targets. Now he has nobody. So, I'm all in on that. Hey, you're one person in this world that probably went, oh, yeah, I'm in too. Everybody else like, oh, Jacoby Myers, I'm going to make a note. But yes, I am all in on Jacoby Myers. Love him to death. We'll definitely be drafting him quite a bit. So, awesome. You must have. I knew I had a son somewhere.
I must have read your mind.
Yeah, that's it. Or you read the book before you got here. That's a good one. Great. All right. Well, once again, Ryan, thank you again for being a part of this. Looking forward to seeing you at the expo here in just a few weeks from now. Tell everybody one more time where they can find the site, your social media, and that kind of stuff, and then I'll take it out from there.
Yep. Make sure you guys go check out blitzsportsmedia.com for all the information all fantasy football season. Follow us on socials, whether that's at Blitz Sports Media or BlitzSM_ on on X. And then my socials are Blitz Link. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter as well. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Bob, for having me on today.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So once again, Ryan Linkletter with Blitz Sports Media. I'm Bob Lung. You know where to get the tickets, folks, but I'm going to click this button. You're going to see, if you haven't gotten them, we're 3 weeks away, maybe like 3 weeks. I think tomorrow is 3 weeks. It's so close, folks. It really is. Do not wait. It's $150 at the door, so don't wait till you get to the door. Get them now. Go to thefantasyfootballexpo.com, and you can hang out and play wiffle ball with Ryan Linkletter and Eric Froton. It's going to be a classic pitcher's duel. I guarantee it. So everybody take care. God bless. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for watching. Lock in your 2025 football tickets now at thefantasyfootballexpo.com. Hit subscribe and check out one of these excellent @FF Expo videos next.